Hi everyone, and welcome back to Finding the Summit. This is the project, if you don't already know, where we are going to climb Mount Kilimanjaro, make a documentary about it, and empower other women to achieve their Kilimanjaro-sized goals along the way. Part of this project is that we really want to take you along with us to show you the process of this journey and this project that we're doing. And one of the parts behind that is that there is a lot of coordination, a lot of planning, and a lot of research to be done. So today we're going to tell you a little bit more about that and hopefully make it interesting for you. It's the first time that either of us have done a social project like this. It's both of our first documentaries, so as you can imagine there's a lot of research being done and it's really interesting actually. I think we're both having a lot of fun with it. It's definitely time consuming. For example, this past week we've been spending a lot of time learning about distribution of documentaries, which 3 months ago I knew nothing about. Now I feel like I've learnt so much and we have an idea of how we want to do that. But that's a whole other story which I think we'll save for another episode because we're not quite ready to announce that stuff yet. We've got a whole mountain to climb quite literally before that happens. That was a terrible pun. Another thing you might be interested to learn about is the company that we're going to go with. It's obligatory to have a company that helps you to climb the mountain. You need a guide and porters. That's Tanzanian law. And this is actually a really important part to us because you'll know that our whole mission behind the project is to empower women, is to empower locals, and we want as much money that's going into production of this to really go directly to locals where possible. So I don't want to give away too much before we've got an official company booked and we've put down a deposit, but what I can say is that we have researched a lot of companies and there's one that we're really excited about and we are in talks with, and they would fit really well with our mission statement. And without jinxing anything, so far they seem excited and seem to really get the message that we're trying to spread. So there's a great organisation called KPAP, and what they do is help to identify companies which are treating the porters really well for when it comes to climbing Mount Kilimanjaro. The porters are really fundamental to the experience of climbing Kili. They help you to climb all your stuff up to the top. They're not always paid a great wage. Their conditions of work aren't always great, so KPAP is helping us to find a company that's not the case with and that we know we're going to be supporting them, taking care of their porters. So hopefully we'll have more to tell you about that very soon, but if this company goes well, what I can say is that I think that it will be a really integral part to the story of the documentary.
Okay, in other news, another big question that we have yet to answer is when are we actually going on this trip? Well, we don't have set dates yet already, but we have blocked off the first 30 days of 2019, so basically the month of January. Our trip won't be a month long. We won't be gone in Tanzania for a complete month. At least that's the plan for now. However, we're just being very cautious about what we actually book, what we actually put on our calendars with other personal things or other business things during that month because we know that's when we will be going. We'll have more specific dates as soon as we start really talking with the company that we're interested in. As soon as we put a deposit down, we'll be able to chat with them and choose our specific start dates for that trip. And don't worry, as soon as we have those exact dates, I'm sure we'll be talking about it everywhere, social media, Instagram, all that fun stuff. So be assured that as soon as we have dates, you'll be the first to find out.
And finally, a question that we've had a lot is all about funding. Now, any of these could probably be a video within themselves, but funding is the part where we're concentrating most of our research and most of our efforts at this particular point in the project. We have pinned down 3 main ideas to help us with funding of the project. And the first one was the kind of original idea that we had way back months ago. And that is to approach companies who love the mission, love the idea that we have, and really want to sponsor this project in return for us making video and photo content for them, for their social media. The second idea we've had is crowdfunding. We're both new to this and the idea makes us a little bit nervous, but we really believe that we've got a strong mission statement behind this project and we've got the ability to make an impact with the documentary. We're not just looking to climb the mountain and leave, we really want to be able to share stories of women that we meet in Tanzania, empower them to be able to reach their Kilimanjaro-sized goals too, whatever that looks like and whatever that means through what we find. So one possibility would be trying to leverage a community like you guys to each give a little bit of money just to get us a step closer to reaching this goal that we have. And the third idea that we had, which probably should have been the first idea to pop into our heads, was applying for grants and funding, because these things actually already exist and we're doing a lot of research to see which ones could be right for us. But at the moment we're really diving deep into evaluating which of these are right for us, what's the right balance to do it in, because we really want to empower local people and to be putting as much money as we can to the right people to really make this project the strong, impactful thing that we hope that it will be. We know it will be.
Okay, so that wraps up a big portion of what we've planned and what we've been doing so far. Now I'm going to chat to you a little bit more about how we've been managing this project and our business and how we've been collaborating with each other on this project. Because as you probably already know, we live on 2 different continents. Emily is in Belgium and I'm in Canada. So that means we have an 8-hour time difference between us as well. So I'm just going to show you a little bit how we've been managing that, how we've been collaborating, and hopefully if you have some projects coming up as well, or if you ever want to collaborate with someone across the world, this might help you a little bit to find out how we're doing it. And if not, I hope this insight into how we're working behind the scenes is interesting to you. So again, as you probably already know, we each have other businesses that we run full time. So for myself, I'm a wedding photographer, so I have a lot of photo shoots and weddings and editing and everything that comes with running a photography business. And then Emily is a content creator. So she works with brands to create content for their businesses and also creates content strategies for those businesses. So she's also always shooting and creating as well. So the way I've been managing that is simply by blocking off time in my calendar. This is not revolutionary and a very simple strategy, but it works. So basically, we have video call meetings about once a week, usually towards the end of the week on Thursdays or Fridays, just because that works best for both of us. After that call, after we've chatted about everything we need to do and everything we have done in the past week, we give ourselves homework. So we either divide tasks up or we each do half of one task and half of the other. And then with that, we then leave for a week independently working on what we gave ourselves to do. So I'm then gonna look at my week ahead of me and block off time in my calendar to work on this project. That way I know when next Friday comes around, when we have another call and our homework is due, I have had the time to make everything happen. And then in order to keep on top of all those tasks and checklists and everything we have going on, we work with a couple tools. So the first most important tool that we started working with is Asana. So inside Asana, we can add checklists and boards, and then we can assign different tasks to each other. And then we can add due dates to that. So in Asana, we also have a content calendar, so that tells us on a calendar when we're supposed to be posting videos and Instagram lives and that kind of stuff. So we always know when everything needs to get done. And in Asana as well, we can collaborate on those same tasks and checklists. So that way I always can tell what is due for me, what is due for Emily, and then if she checks off a task being done, I can see that, I get a notification, and vice versa. And then to share notes, documents, PDFs, photos, any other kind of file, we use Google Drive. So in Google Drive, I can upload a PDF and then Emily has access to it, or I can create a spreadsheet with Google Sheets and then I can enter some information. Emily can go in, enter information as well. We also use Google Docs to create notes. So for example, if our homework for last week was doing some research on funding, well, I might have created a Google Sheet with all the notes and all the links that I found while doing that research. And then when we're doing our video call, I'm simply going to open up that Google Sheet. Emily will open it up on her computer as well, and we can follow along with each other. And then if I add a note, it's instantly updated on Emily's version as well. So we're always staying on top of keeping each other updated with everything that we're doing. And then throughout the week between our video calls, we also chat on Facebook Messenger if we just need something quick or if we have a quick note about something. But more importantly, we chat on Slack. So Slack is another free software that we're using that allows teams to interact with each other and share links and documents. Again, we can add links to Google Docs in there, and it's just kind of a fancy chat box. So that's pretty much it. It's not rocket science, it's nothing new, but that's how we've been collaborating each other and balancing our businesses and this project. So hopefully this helped you out, and if you are collaborating and working on many projects with different people, I suggest using these tools. They're all free and really just great tools to use. It is 2018, so using cloud-based softwares like Asana and Google Drive are the key to making everything work seamlessly between each other, because having to share like PDF documents and then having version 1 through 7 and then A, B, C, it just gets so complicated. So having cloud-based documents and cloud-based checklists just makes everything so much easier, and then that way we're each updated instantly as soon as a change has been made.
As you can tell, there's a lot to plan. That's just a snippet, a sneak peek of some of the things we're thinking about, and it would be possible to dive a lot deeper into each one of them. But we're going to leave it there for today. If you have any questions about any of the things we talk about, we would be happy to share our experience so far, the things we're learning, and maybe you'll give us some inspiration for some future videos to share our progress with you.
And now stay tuned for next week's video. We'll be updating you on what we've been doing and what our plans are as far as training, so we're physically fit to go up the Kilimanjaro. We'll show you some cool footage of us training and our plans in the following months. So if you did like this video and if you want to stay on top of all the future videos that we'll be posting, please give us a subscribe and like this video. Share it with anyone else you feel would be interested in our project. We'd love to spread the word and the mission of our project to as many people as possible. So share away, and also follow us on Instagram to keep up to date with us day to day in our stories and in our feed. So until next week, my friends, thank you for watching. Bye.